Hello friends, I am Dr. Harsha Suryavanshi, Assistant Professor from Sri Shivaji Law College, Parbhani, Maharashtra. In this video, we will discuss what are the provisions regarding payment of bonus under the Payment of Bonus Act of 1965. First, let us try to understand what exactly bonus means. Bonus is a term which is easy to describe but difficult to define. However, we can say that bonus is a cash payment made to the employees in addition to wages. यानी वेजेस के अलावा जो कैश पेमेंट दिया जाता है उसे बोनस कह सकते हैं. Under common law, bonus was regarded as an ex gratia payment. It was considered as a bounty or payment by way of gift. It is based on the principle that as both capital and labor contribute to the earnings of an industry, the labor should also derive some benefit if there is surplus available after meeting necessary charges. यानी कि इंडस्ट्री में जो अर्निंग्स होती है वो कॉम्बिनेशन है कैपिटल और लेबर दोनों का भी. इस सहारे हम कह सकते हैं कि लेबर भी ऐसा पार्ट है जो इंडस्ट्री के प्रॉफिट में कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकता है. उसे कंट्रीब्यूशन देने के लिए बोनस एक अच्छा जरिया हम कह सकते हैं. इन इंडिया द पेमेंट ऑफ बोनस एक्ट 1965 has made the payment of bonus as a statutory obligation on the employer. The Act prescribes a formula for computation and payment of bonus and lays down minimum and maximum limits of bonus. Now let us see where the Act is applicable. Keep in mind, Payment of Bonus Act is a labor welfare statute. That means the Act is aimed towards giving some sort of welfare to the labor. The Act is applicable to every factory. The Act is applicable to every establishment where at least 20 employees or 20 persons are employed. The Act is applicable to establishments that are employing at least 10 but less than 20 employees, and appropriate government notifies that the Payment of Bonus Act applies to such establishment also. The Act is also applicable to the employees who are working in public sector undertakings. However, applicability is subject to rules made under Section 20. Now let us see who cannot claim benefit of bonus. Employees who cannot claim bonus are employees or the persons who are covered by Coal Mines Provident Fund and Bonus Scheme Act of 1948. यानी कि कोल माइंस प्रोविडेंट फंड एंड बोनस स्कीम एक्ट के तहत अगर किसी एम्प्लॉय को ऑलरेडी बोनस अगर मिलता है तो उसे पेमेंट ऑफ बोनस एक्ट 1965 के तहत बोनस नहीं मिलेगा. सिमिलरली, bonus will not be available to employees or persons from newly set up undertakings. Rules in this regard are provided under Section 16. Similarly, bonus is also not available to the employees who of those establishments which are exempted by the appropriate government. Bonus is not also payable under this act to the employees of establishments that are exempted under Section 32. Then what are the employments or establishments covered under Section 32? It is LIC, dock workers, merchant shipping and others. Now let us see who can receive bonus. Section 8 specifies the employees who are entitled to receive bonus. Every employee is entitled to receive bonus. However, he must have worked for at least 30 working days with the establishment or industry. हर एम्प्लॉई बोनस के लिए एलिजिबल है, लेकिन उसे कम से कम 30 दिन तक उस इंडस्ट्री में या एस्टेब्लिशमेंट में काम करना ज़रूरी है. What will happen if the employer does not pay bonus? If the employer does not pay bonus or there is failure in payment of bonus, this results in industrial dispute. ये industrial dispute माना जा सकता है. Bank of Madura Limited versus Employees Union is one of the leading case in this regard. The question in this case was whether probationers are entitled to receive bonus under the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. It was held by the court that probationers are not employees and therefore they cannot receive bonus according to this act. Now, who cannot receive bonus or who are disentitled for receiving bonus? Bonus किसे नहीं मिलेगा? Section 9 deals with disqualification for receiving bonus. An employee is disqualified from receiving bonus if he is dismissed from service. He is dismissed due to fraud committed by him, or he is dismissed due to riotous or violent behavior while on the establishment premises. Similarly, an employee who is dismissed for committing theft, misappropriation or sabotage of any property of the establishment is also disqualified from receiving bonus. Electric Construction and Equipment Company Limited versus Hukum Narayan Sharma is one of the major case over here. Mere fact that the employer had failed to pay bonus for a particular accounting year cannot entitle him to claim that payment will not be made because the employee was dismissed on some future date. यानी कि अगर एम्प्लॉई 1995 में अगर वो डिसमिस होता है तो उसके पहले जो भी उसे बोनस पेएबल है 1994, 93, 92 या 91 वो बोनस वो क्लेम कर सकता है. वो कौन सा बोनस क्लेम कर सकता है? जो 1995 या फिर डिसमिसल के बाद में जो भी बोनस दिया जाएगा वो बोनस एम्प्लॉय क्लेम नहीं कर सकता है. Now let us see what are the restrictions on payment of bonus. Section 12 to 14 of the Act deals with restrictions on payment of bonus. The first restriction is given under Section 12 and that restriction is with respect to wages. What it says, when salary of an employee exceeds the prescribed salary per month, the bonus payable should be calculated as if his salary or wages are like that. That means if the employee is receiving excess salary or the salary which is more than the prescribed salary, he will not be entitled to receive bonus. For example, if the prescribed salary is 3,000 and it is said that employees who are receiving salary 3,000 or less than that, they are entitled to receive bonus, then all the employees who are receiving salary of more than 3,000 will not receive bonus. यानी कि अगर एक्ट में या फिर अगर प्रोविजन की गई है कि जो भी एम्प्लॉयज़ 3,000 तक सैलरी लेते हैं या फिर 3,000 के नीचे की सैलरी लेते हैं उन्हें ही बोनस मिलेगा, 3,000 के ऊपर सैलरी अगर है वहाँ पे बोनस नहीं मिलेगा, तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में वेजेस ने एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन क्रिएट किया है और जो भी एम्प्लॉयज़ 3,000 के ऊपर सैलरी पाते हैं उन्हें बोनस नहीं मिलेगा. Now, Section 13 speaks about proportionate reductions. Bonus is calculated in proportion to wages or salary actually earned by the employee on the days he has worked. That means बोनस कितना मिलेगा, मिनिमम 30 डेज की कंडीशन है। मिनिमम 30 डेज तक अगर एम्प्लॉय काम करता है तो ही उसे बोनस मिलेगा। 30 डेज में जितने भी वो ज़्यादा दिन काम करता है उस प्रपोर्शन में उसे बोनस मिलेगा। अगर वो 60 डेज काम करता है तो बोनस 60 डेज के हिसाब से मिलेगा। अगर वो 90 डेज काम करता है तो 90 डेज, 4 मंथ्स, 5 मंथ्स, 12 मंथ्स, उस हिसाब से उसे बोनस जो है वो पेएबल रहेगा। जब हम वर्किंग डेज कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो क्या फॉर्मूला रहेगा? While computing working days according to section 14, an employee is deemed to have worked on days on which he has been laid off or he was on leave with wages or salary. He was absent from the duty due to temporary disablement which was caused due to an accident in the course of employment. And if it is a female employee, she was absent due to maternity leave. यानी कि जब वर्किंग डेज कैलकुलेट किए जाएंगे 30 डेज, 60 डेज या जो भी होंगे, कैलकुलेट करते समय ये ध्यान रखना ज़रूरी है कि अगर वो फीमेल एम्प्लॉय है और या यदि फीमेल एम्प्लॉय मैटरनिटी लीव पे है तो उसका मैटरनिटी लीव पीरियड भी वर्किंग डेज में काउंट होगा। उसी तरह से डिसेबलमेंट, लीव विथ वेजेस और ले ऑफ के लिए भी वर्किंग डेज में ही कैलकुलेट किए जाएंगे। नाउ व्हाट आर डिडक्शंस फ्रॉम बोनस? बोनस में से क्या क्या डिडक्ट किया जा सकता है? द अमाउंट्स दैट कैन बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम बोनस इज डिडक्शन ऑफ कस्टमरी और इंटरिम बोनस। सेक्शन 17 says that if the employer had paid any puja or customary bonus or the employer has paid part of bonus before the date, the employee will be entitled to receive the balance that is left over. यानी कि अगर एम्प्लॉयर ने बोनस के तहत कोई एडवांस रकम दी गई है या फिर कुछ उन्होंने एडवांस अगर दिया है तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में जो भी एडवांस दिया है उसमें कटौती करके बाकी बचा हुआ बोनस एम्प्लॉय को मिलेगा। An employer can also deduct from the bonus on the ground of misconduct when if the misconduct has resulted into financial loss. How much deduction can be made? The deduction from bonus can be made only to the extent of loss. Thank you friends for watching the video. In the next video, we will discuss about computation of bonus. Thank you very much.